How's it going, guys? In this video, we're gonna be discussing the character of Cotton Weary, and I'm gonna be basically discussing and telling you guys like why I love the character a lot and why I think he should have been in Scream 4, at least. Now, I know that the actor Liev Schreiber wanted to die, like you know, wanted to die in Scream 3 in the opening. That I guess he got, he was telling, Wes Craven and all of them to, kill him off in the opening scene or whatever. But it kind of sucks because had he not said that, I'm 100% certain that he probably would have been in Scream 4. I'm 100% certain. This character, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't really like didn't really like the character that much because he really wasn't really a standout. But I kind of did, because he was in the first Scream movie, right? He was getting framed by Sidney, and like for murder and all that. But it turns out that it wasn't him. It was actually Billy and Stu that killed Sidney's mom. So the fact that he, was a character and, like that in the movie, like a suspect and all that in the movie. And then in the second movie, obviously, he's just like a survivor and all that. I think that, I just love that, man. That character of Cotton is just so great. I think a lot of people don't really care, but, care about the character. But I think that he should have been in Scream 4. Because, let me explain why. Now, number one, he was in Scream 1996 on the TV. He wasn't physically in Scream 1996, but he was on the TV walking down, some steps. And he was like in prison and all that. But that's all we really seen. Like, we didn't see anything of him in that movie. Only that one, on the TV, that's about it. But in Scream 2, we see more of him. And you think he's a killer. But like I said, the fact that he got framed, for killing, Cindy's mom and all that, I think that the fact that he was a character in the movie that was supposedly like a murderer and all that, just kind of like a background character, I think that's kind of cool, And the second movie, we saw more of him. He was more of a standout. He was more in the movie, like, he was in the movie a lot more. And there's a couple times where I actually thought that he was actually the killer in Scream 2. But then it turned out to be wrong. And he ended up surviving at the end as well, along with Sidney and Gale. So he was like a survivor in this movie. And then we go into Scream 3, and he just dies in the opening scene. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that's, wanted to see more of him. I wanted to see more of him because I think that this character, because the fact that he only survived in Scream 2, kind of like the Randy situation, like how Randy was only in Scream 1996, he survived that movie. He only survived Scream 1996, but then died in Scream 2. Well, it's kind of like Cotton survived at Scream 2, but then died in Scream 3. And it was kind of like, man, he should have been in Scream 4. I just can't imagine. I couldn't imagine, like, him being in Scream 4. Like, I think it would have been awesome, honestly. But a lot of people just don't really care about the character because they don't really think he's really a standout, which I can understand, sometimes. And I can understand why people don't really think that he was really a standout because obviously he was just a background character, but I think that he could have been a standout. I think he was a standout. I think that he had the potential, had he, lived in Scream 3 and survived that movie as well. Because if you guys don't know, he was actually one of the actors. Uh, he was one of the actors, you know, in the movie Stab or whatever. And Roman was obviously the director, and he was one of the actors in that movie. So, and he had a TV show in Scream 3, if you guys don't remember. Um, but then he just died. He just died. And it was just like, man, I think he should have been in Scream 4. I just felt like he died a little bit, too soon as well. You know, we didn't really see much of him either, you know. So, with that being said, though, y'all, like I said, comment down below, give me your guys' thoughts, like, about the character of Cot Weary. Let me know what you guys think. Like, do you guys think that he should have died or that he should have lived, longer? Do you guys think that he was a standout character? Did you guys like him? Do you guys hate him as a character? Or because I know a lot of people got different preferences, A lot of people just don't like certain characters, I guess. Don't really care for them, Um, but leave a comment down below, as always. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one.